after listening to your own renunciation story, I kept wondering if one can reach such a decision in a brief moment, or does it usually take a while to ponder? How can one be sure? What I have found in my life, whether it was a path of renunciation or whether it was so many other really life-turning, pivotal moments of life, is they actually have two components. They have the heart component, which is automatic. It's instant. The heart immediately knows. But because we are also rational people, even when our heart knows, even when the heart has been changed, nonetheless, we bring the mind in as well. If we could simply listen to the heart and simply move with the heart and simply move with our intuition all the time, it would be beautiful. I mean, that would be an ideal situation. If we could tap into that inner voice, that intuition, that heart so deeply that we could just listen to it and hear it and trust it and move with it all the time. But those of us who have been very educated, those of us who have been very cultured, particularly in the West, but not only in the West, it's true also in the very educated aspects, even in India and other countries, is we've been taught from the time we're this age and even younger that the mind is the most important, that the brain is the most important. Figure it out, think about it, be rational. We're taught how to make lists of pros and cons. We're taught that this is how we make decisions. And so what happens with that is that we learn to trust our mind, but we don't learn to trust our hearts. What we're told from the time we're this age is, oh, the heart is impulsive. That's just an emotional decision. You should use your brain, be rational, have common sense. And so when you have moments like the question asked about me taking, renunciation, it wasn't a rational decision. It was an instinct. There was no table that I sat at with a pad that I put pros and cons of living a life of renunciation and celibacy on one hand and living a normal life on the other hand and, counted up which there was more of. It wasn't like that. I was living a normal life. And then I came here and had such a powerful experience that it literally just erased my attachment to everything on the other side. However, even after that, even after my heart knew this is where I'm meant to be, nonetheless, the mind plays games. And nonetheless, the mind comes in with, are you sure? Are you sure this is the right decision? You're only 25. What about this? What about that? And this is where pondering isn't such a bad idea. The question asked, is it this or is it that? Is it immediately or do you ponder? Well, it's both. For me, at least, it was. The heart knew immediately. The soul was back home immediately. But because of the world I come from, both the fact that it's Western, the fact that it was not Indian, not Hindu, and also because of the world in terms of the intellectual, educated world, it was very important to me that I could also convince my brain. It wasn't really the brain making a decision so much as the heart convincing my brain. In fact, I'll tell you a quick story about that. I had been back in America from India maybe 6 weeks or so. And in my mind, I had made this decision already, in my heart rather, to come back to India right at the end of that semester. I had a semester from January to March, and I had decided I'm coming back in March. But then everyone started telling me, this is the wrong decision. What are you doing? You're crazy. You can't make a decision like this now. First, finish your degree, get yourself settled. Then you want to take a year or two and do some social work or go on a spiritual quest, no problem. But at least get yourself settled first. If you leave now, it's always going to be a black mark on your record. I mean, I can't tell you how much people told me. And so it started to disturb my mind. And I was sitting with a woman who's a very, very dear mentor, a very close friend, much older than I am. And so someone I looked up to, still look up to a lot. And I said, I don't know. My heart says I'm supposed to be there. But now my mind is getting so confused by all these people. What should I do? And she looked at me and she said, the problem is that you're trying to convince yourself that there's any kind of a decision to be made. She said, when I look at you, I see a woman in India. That decision is made. You're driving yourself crazy, pretending that there is still a decision to be made. And so you're going here, you're going here, you're going here, you're going here, you're dancing back and forth, driving yourself absolutely insane in this drama of making a decision when actually the decision has been made. And she said to me, really the only decision that you need to make is whether you're going to spend the next 6 weeks, because that's what there was left of my semester, whether you're going to spend the next 6 weeks packing up your stuff, moving it into storage, and getting yourself set to move to India, or whether you're going to spend the next 6 weeks driving yourself crazy, pretending you're making a decision that you've already made. She said, that's the only decision I see here. So for me, the heart was so already done that for someone who knew me that well, she could see it. But nonetheless, it was important for my brain to at least be given a little bit of respect. You also think, what do you say? But without really giving it the power to scare me out of making the decision that I knew was right. And here's the last part about that. The mind can only think in separation. The mind can think about something. So we can look at a math problem, we can think about the math problem. We can look at someone, we can think about them. But the mind doesn't do connection. Only the heart does connection. And so for decisions that are our hearts, the mind can't do it. The mind is always going to only do these pros and cons lists and think about it. In any decision in the life that requires connection, love, life path, you need your heart. So listen to it.